Henry bought 18 postcards. Mark bought X times as many postcards as Henry. So what does that mean? The first thing that we're told is that Henry bought 18 postcards. So let's let this rectangle here represent how many postcards Henry bought, and we know that it's 18. So let's think of this rectangle here of 18 postcards in terms of a bundle. Let's pretend that he bought a bundle of 18 postcards. Now we're told that Mark bought X times as many postcards as Henry. So we know that the number of postcards that Mark bought is a multiple of the number of postcards that Henry bought. So he bought some number of these bundles, each of which contains 18 postcards. But we don't know how many. So let's let this be Mark's postcards. So each of these rectangles represents 18 postcards, but we don't know how many there are. We don't know if there are 2 or 6 or 8 or 57 of them. That's why we're going to say that there are X of them. So there are X bundles of 18 postcards. So in part A, we're asked how many postcards did they buy altogether, and we have to express our answer in terms of X. So let's count the bundles. We know that Henry has 18 postcards, and then we know that Mark has X bundles with 18 postcards in each bundle. We can also write this as 18 plus, well, what's another way to express X times 18? You can just say 18X. Another way to look at it is we can say, okay, well, each bundle has 18 postcards in it, and how many bundles are there? So we're going to multiply 18 by, Henry has 1, and then we're going to add that to the amount of bundles that Mark has, which is, well, we don't know, X. And if you use the distributive principle, you know that 18 has to multiply across 1 and then also across X. So if we expand, we're once again going to get 18 times 1 is 18 plus 18 plus X, 18 times X is 18X. So that's your answer in terms of the X. Now we can move on to part B, and what was the question? If X equals 3, how many postcards did they buy altogether? So in B, we're told that X equals 3. So now that we have our answer in terms of X, we just have to use substitution. So if our formula says 18 plus 18X, in other words, 18 plus 18 times X, you can now substitute X equals 3. So when X equals 3, we'll say 18 plus 18 times 3, which is equal to 18 plus 18 times 3 is 54. And finally, 18 plus 54 is equal to 72 postcards. And that's how many postcards they had all together.